something I call high stakes poker. On the way home from Monte Carlo, I decided to give up my airline ticket and pay for a one-way seat on Larry Flint's private jet. With one quick stop scheduled in Bangor, Maine for fuel and pizza, they delivered pizza right to the plane. It was to pretty much be a 12-hour straight shot to Vegas. More importantly, Phil Ivey, Gus Hansen, Mike the Mouth Matusow, and I were scheduled to play 400, 800 limit poker all the way home. So what's not to like? We were flying high on Larry Flint's G4, playing high-stakes poker so the time would pass more quickly, and perhaps I could win $50,000 at 50,000 feet. We hired a dealer to deal to us all the way home, and even before we were off the ground, the cards were in the air. Because Ivy had won both tournaments in Monte Carlo over the previous 2 nights for $1.6 million, and because he wasn't used to playing poker at such modest stakes, he's used to limits of at least 2,000, 4,000, I thought Ivy might be a little off of his game. He wasn't. Gus also wasn't used to playing this limit, so he figured to be playing way too loose, which he did do, but he barbecued Matusow and I anyway. In fact, Gus made the game much bigger than 400, 800 with his crazy betting and playing. What the hell is he thinking? And after 7 hours, Mike and I were losing over 75 dimes each. No! To have 2 players losing over 75,000 apiece at any point during a 400, 800 game would normally be unthinkable. But then you have to factor in the Gus effect. Trust me, they're going to be talking about the Gus effect for many, many years. Let me tell you something, that first class ticket home with the bed was looking pretty freaking sweet when I was 80,000 loser. You got to take the bad with the good, son. I felt like I was playing well also, but you'll have to ask Ivy or Hansen, because if you ask Matusow, he'll tell you I played badly. He never gives anybody credit, this guy. He always says people played badly in retrospect. Mike, doesn't anybody ever play good? Nonetheless, Mike Matusow wound up losing $96,000, and I was lucky enough to cut my own loss to $18,000 or so. Damn it! We were playing a 4-game, mixed game rotation, including Omaha 8-a-better, Hold'em, Deuce to 7 triple draw, and Chinese poker. During the course of play, Ivy played one Hold'em hand particularly well. He raised it up with Ace-10 on the button, and I called in the big blind with King-10. The flop was 10-6-5, and I bet out 400. Ivy raised to 800, I re-raised to 1,200, and Ivy called. I then bet 800 in the dark, before seeing what the next card was. When a 7 hit on 4th Street, Ivy called me. Now I waited to see the last card. I didn't want to bet out in the dark into a potential 4-card straight board like 10-6-5-7-8 or 10-6-5-7-4. The last card was what I thought a relatively safe card. It was a jack. I bet out 800 and Ivy raised it to 1,600. I called and Ivy took down a nice pot. The hand was played about the way it should have been. I could have easily had the Ace-10 side of it. It would be a much better call and Phil wins all the money. But Ivy's raise on the end was a superstar raise, especially if he was willing to fold his hand for a re-raise from me. In fact, the jack on the end froze me from re-raising if I happened to have 2 different pair like 5s and 6s, since it would have been very easy for me to put him on a jack 10. So he cannot get re-raised unless I was super powerful, in which case he would presumably have folded his hand. And he can get called by me if I have a 10 with any kicker, which was likely in a 4-handed game, especially with me in the big blind. Next time I will ride the whole way in the jet. I'll pay the whole 16,000, but I won't underestimate Mr. Ivy, as if I ever have. There I go. Turn the page. I amplify. Do you?